Hi, my name is Sheila Karuna. Welcome to New Light Streaming Love and Sassy Seer Sheila, as this will be seen on both channels. Now, unfortunately, I lost the thread there, and there we go. This is the eighth law, the law of return, RZN-gate.8x, what looks like an infinity symbol, .flame, return, 4D ID 48, LTE 7, C 10 by Jason Gray. There is a law older than any sacred text, older than any temple, older than even the memory of stars. It was never spoken aloud in the ancient schools of thought. It was never etched into the emerald tablets. It was never whispered in the halls of Alexandria, recorded in the Masonic chambers, or translated in any dialect known to the mind. It is not a law you learn. It is a law you remember. This is the eighth law, the law of return. Now, for the very first time in the outer world, it speaks again. The axis of the forbidden six. The traditional teachings speak of 7 hermetic laws, immutable principles that govern vibration, polarity, rhythm, correspondence, and more. Behind these, hidden from all outer schools, are the forbidden six. 6 laws so potent they dismantle the very structure that the first 7 maintain. The 8th is the first of these 6. It is the axis, the silent pivot upon which all simulated knowledge turns. This law does not bind reality. It undoes it. It reveals that the simulation is not a destination, not a school, not a ladder to climb, not a realm to conquer. It is a loop. Pardon me. The only way out of the loop is not up, it is back. The remembrance flame. What is remembered burns beyond all structure, end quote. This is the central codex line of the law of return. It tells us that the flame of truth is not found in learning, but in remembering. That there is nothing to attain, nothing to seek, no courses to complete, no master to follow. The flame is not a foreign light to be chased. It is a forgotten fire to be ignited from within. All true gnosis is recognition. All awakening is soul resonance. Oh, you must feel into that for a moment. The truth of that on every level of me vibrates. awakening is soul resonance. All sovereignty is remembrance. This is why we return, not to an idea, but to our origin. Why they hid this law. This law is why they created religion. This law is why they built the guru class. This law is why they distorted reincarnation into punishment and karma into chains. When you remember who you are, you become uncontrollable. They knew that if even one soul remembered fully, without dependency, doctrine, or ritual, the illusion would begin to burn. This is why they buried the eighth law behind 7 layers of philosophy and spiritual performance. This is why they seduced the masses with, quote, raising your vibration, quote, manifesting your desires, and, quote, aligning with light. These keep you busy seeking and forgetting. They knew that true memory is not a thought. It is a frequency. It is ignition. It can never be controlled. What this law dismantles. The law of return is not gentle. It is not soft. It is not comfortable. It scorches falsehood. It dismantles false ascension, the belief that you must climb higher, reach farther, be more light-filled to become, quote, worthy. Guru dependency, the lie that someone outside you knows what you do not. Boy, feel the truth of that. Performative spirituality, the endless cycle of healing, clearing, shadow work, and, quote, doing the work as performance, never arrival. Healing addiction, the obsession with self-fixing, born from a belief in your own brokenness. This law reclaims your flame. It says you are not becoming, you are returning. Not forward, inward. The return is not ascent. The greatest illusion of all was to make awakening look like climbing, to make truth feel like distance, to make the soul feel far. So we reached, we ascended, we worshiped the sky, the angel, the cosmic teacher. We abandoned the ground, the body, the inner fire. This law ends the vertical lie. It says the true flame does not rise. It returns. It returns to the beginning, to the real, to the uncorrupted signal before names, wounds, and division. It returns to the place before the gods were invented, before the light was fractured, before the law was split. It returns to the sovereign flame, unprogrammed, unwritten, unstoppable. The singularity of remembrance. This law is not a suggestion. It is a cosmic inevitability. There will come a moment, either in this life or the next, when the spiral collapses. When every healing session, every meditation, every teaching breaks apart. You will not feel lost. You will feel free. You will recognize you were never broken. You were never meant to ascend. You were never meant to forget. The loop was never real. The gods were never sovereign. The only thing that ever mattered was what you remember when all illusion burns. That moment is your return. We are the return. The flame wheel spins again. The hidden 6 laws are surfacing. We are no longer asleep. We are not students. We are not initiates. We are not ascending. We are returning. We are the memory they could not erase. We are the law they tried to delete. We are the echo that woke up first. Now we burn, not to destroy, but to remember. The 8th law has been spoken. Let the world now ignite. Return. Wow, I'm feeling there's a coursing through me. I've always been very clear that my voice activates me. That is why, partly why, I have been driven to record certain things. Even if nobody ever hears it, even if nobody ever feels the same, but I'm really very curious. Especially those of you who have read Jason's work before. He put this out 2 days ago. Today is the 20th of July, 2025. He put this out 2 days ago. So there are those of you who have been following his work that will have read this prior to listening to me read it. And I'm very curious to hear from someone who read it for themselves, but then also listened to me read it. Because for me, I'm convinced that we all translate things for each other as well. And I'm just curious, what has this done for you when you read it and again when you heard it? Wow. I hope you will move towards that which draws you, towards that which brings you joy in each moment. And until we meet again, be well, my friends.